Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going over the 2023 Facebook ads guide. Okay, I'm going to break down the whole process from A to Z about how to create your ads, what photos or videos to use, what copy to write, what offers to run, all the way until people become a lead and book an estimate with your company. That way, after you watch this, you know exactly what you need to do to run ads for your own business and land great projects. And before we dive into that, if you don't know who I am, my name is Henry and I'm the founder of Rootful, where we help landscaping and hardscaping contractors book more estimates and projects every single month. So if you need any help with that, there's a button below that's going to just explain to you what we do and how we do it. So if you're interested, you can click there. If not, no worries. Now let's go into the full guide for Facebook ads in 2023. Okay, now as you can see my screen right here, okay, I have 3 steps, okay, that I'm going to walk you guys through, and then down here I have some examples of ads that have made my clients a lot of money, so I'm going to be sharing that with you as well. So if you want to just copy that, you can. But yeah, let's start at the beginning. Okay, building your ad. How do you need to build your ad? How do you need to think about building your ad? Now when it comes to running ads, you need to understand how people will be viewing your ads and how they react to them. Okay, because it's not that they just see one full ad and then they click or don't click. It's a process. Okay, so the first thing people see whenever your ad is showing on their feed is going to be the creative, right? Which is either the photo or the video that you're sharing with them. And the whole purpose of that photo or video is to do 2 things. Number 1, actually get the attention, right? You need their attention. If you don't have their attention, then they're not going to pay attention to you, obviously. Like they're not going to click or read your ad or do anything. They're just going to skip through it, right? And you don't want that. Okay, so what you need to use on the creative is going to be photos of completed projects or work in progress, right? Depending on what you're offering. And the reason for that is because you want people to only pay attention to your ad if they're actively thinking about completing a hardscaping or landscaping project. Because for example, if you have a photo of, I don't know, a guitar on your creative or on your video or whatever it is, people that are interested in guitars are going to pay attention to the ad, right? So if you want leads that are interested in a new driveway, then you want to put a photo of a driveway on your ad. Okay, that's pretty simple and obvious, to be honest. But you need to understand that the first thing people are going to look at is going to be the actual creative that's on your ad. Okay, they're not going to look at the copy or the headline or anything else. This is the first thing they'll look at. So if it's not good and it doesn't garner attention, then they're not going to pay attention to your ad and you're going to lose them. Okay, the next step is the copy. Okay, so they're gonna go from the creative to the copy, and here I wrote essentially an example for you guys and I'll go into it in a second. But the whole purpose of the copy is to pique the interest of your audience. Okay, so with the creative, you're getting their attention. After you have the attention, you need to pique their interest. You need to make them interested and willing to take the next step, which is going to be to click the button to either fill out a form or send you a message or go to your website or whatever it is that you're doing. Let's call this a structure for copy. Okay, so essentially what we're doing here is, are you looking for an outdoor kitchen? Okay, what this does is essentially qualifies people, okay, without you having to do anything. Because if someone isn't interested in an outdoor kitchen, then they're not going to, interact with the ad because it doesn't apply to them. Okay, so if you want concrete leads, right, are you looking for a new driveway? And here we have a simple line: our team can help you achieve your vision, or we can help you out, or leave it to us, right? Something like that just says, hey, do you need this? We can help you. Okay, so this, are you looking for desired, which is a new driveway, outdoor kitchen, backyard remodel, whatever it is, our team can help you. Okay, that is essentially all you're trying to say. Here we have a call to action, because some people will say, hey, are you interested in this? We can help you. And they'll say, okay, cool. Let me just talk to these guys to see if they can help me out. And they're going to go ahead and click the message me or get quote or book now, whatever call to action you're using, they're going to click on it. The next is going to be a review. So now if people continue to read, it's because they need more to trust you. Okay, so that's why we add a review here, because if you have reviews of people that were very happy with your service and what you provided for them, then people are going to trust you more. Okay, so that's why we add this here, because it just helps you create more trust with your ads. So you want to add review, and then here you're going to do like a line, then the name of the person, and then you're going to do like the 5-star emojis. Okay, and then of course the review is going to be in quotation. Like that's how you want to put it. It just, I don't know why, it just works better, but that's how you want it to look like. And then services, you're going to list out, we can help you with pergolas, concrete, outdoor kitchens, and whatever else you can offer. Okay, don't put too many. I would recommend between 3 and 5 maximum, but just add a couple more services, because if someone is interested in a new driveway but they also want to add like a patio or an outdoor kitchen or a pergola, then they know that you can also help them with that. Okay, and again, one more time, book your estimate today. So there's a simple outline, a simple structure for your copy. I would highly suggest that you play around with it and add new stuff and test things out, but this could be a very good way to start. Next up is the headline. Okay, so the way an ad looks like is going to be the copy at the top, the creative, and then at the bottom we're going to have a headline next to the call to action button. Now, the best offer I've seen work, to be honest, is going to be the free estimate. It's simple, straightforward, it's not confusing, and people just, they just want an estimate, so that's what they're looking for. But you can test other things if you want to see what will actually work better for you and your area, because that can vary as well. So we have 3 options here, 3 ideas that you can try out if you want. So offer 1 is free estimate. It's simple, straightforward, not complex. You don't lose anything with it. Offer number 2 is also pretty good. Get financing for your outdoor kitchen, or whatever desired outcome product, whatever you want to call it. Okay, get financing for X, right? Some people may be attracted to that if they know they want to get a nice project done, but they know they can't spend 50, 70K up front, right? Or in the span of a couple of weeks. So this may be attractive to them. And the last one is, hey, get 1,000% off your outdoor kitchen if you book by a certain date. Okay, so what we're doing here is interesting. We're offering to save money, which is very attractive to some people, just to get 1,000 off. You might as well do it. If you're going to spend 25K, you might as well spend 24K if you can with a good company. Save money for the thing that you want if you book by date. So here we're adding a constraint, right? So here what we're doing is just adding scarcity, right? So if you don't do this by a certain date, then you don't get access to this discount. And that's just going to make more people want to do it now, because you're giving them a reason of why they should do it now and not wait a couple of days or a week. People like to procrastinate and just wait. Oh, that looks interesting. I'll check it out in a couple of days or later. But if you put that constraint and saying, hey, this only applies if you book by a certain date, then you're giving them a good reason to do it now, okay? Which is a very good thing to do when you're running offers, okay? But in my experience, I've seen this work just extremely well, and it's super simple. So you might as well start with that. And if you want to get fancier and add more complexity, then you can, try these things as well. And of course, I highly recommend you read this book, $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. I'm sure you've heard it before. So if you haven't read it, read it. If you read it, then read it again. I don't know. But yeah, let's continue. So step 2 is the post-ad experience. Okay, and this is something a lot of people just ignore. Okay, and I don't know why, but they think that just getting people to Messenger is good enough, but it's not, right? Because you need to make sure the leads see your company as a company that is really good, that knows what they're doing, and that essentially takes care of the things that matter. So here's why we have a post-ad experience. Number 1, it puts you in a better position compared to other companies who just deal with Messenger. Number 2, it allows you to actually pre-qualify people with what I'm going to show you, which is just barriers. Okay, and number 3, it also lets you systemize the speed to lead, how fast you're getting to a lead. Okay, so let's go into the details here. So first things first is getting the lead. Okay, so after someone clicks on the ad, there's multiple ways to get the leads. So like I said, you can use Messenger, lead forms. I personally prefer landing pages. I've just seen them perform extremely well and with a really good mix between quality and quantity. Okay, because I could do Messenger ads and I can get a ton of leads, but I know for a fact that we're gonna have to do a lot of sifting through to find good leads that are able to afford any type of project, and there's going to be a bunch that are just price shopping or not really interested, just kind of looking around, which is a waste of time for anybody. So that's why I like to do a landing page. Okay, and on the landing page, it's very simple. We have a survey in there that helps us pre-qualify leads, which goes into the barriers, okay, which I'll talk about in a second. But we also add reviews, we add project photos. So we're trying to just build up the trust of leads that come into the landing page, okay, because they saw the ad, we know what we can do, we know they're interested in getting an estimate. So next step is showing them, hey, we are the right person or the right company to give you an estimate. Here are our reviews, here are the projects we completed, here's the survey you need to fill out to get a chance to work with us. Okay, that's the idea behind this whole process. Now the survey is very important because it lets us add barriers. The reason you can get so many leads with Messenger or lead forms is because the barriers are so low. Okay, for Messenger, just click a button and you send a message and that's it. Lead forms, you do have to fill out a form, but you can automate the information so they don't actually have to do anything. You just click a button and that's it as well. On a landing page as a survey, they have to spend 5 to 10 minutes filling out this form, okay, with details of the project, what they want, they have a design, when do they want to get started, right? Those type of questions that make them actually think about what they want done. This really helps us pre-qualify people quite heavily, but at the same time, not so hard that nobody fills it out, right? So on average, I aim for about a 10% survey submission rate. So out of everyone that goes into the landing page, I want between 3 to 10% to actually fill out the form, because I feel like if it's 30, 40, 50% of people that go in, fill out the form, there's going to be a bunch that are just not good leads. And when I say good leads, I mean people that are not serious yet about completing a project, okay? Because the thing is with leads, a lot of people talk about bad leads, but at the end of the day, if a lead tells you, yeah, I want this whole thing that's gonna cost 50K, but my budget is 25K, that's not a bad lead. That lead still wants to spend $25,000. So all you need to do is give them a solution so that the project fits their budget. Okay, so that's not a bad lead, right? So I also feel like there's a lot of problems on how people think about lead quality, but I'm not going to go into that in this video. I just wanted to quickly mention that. But at the end of the day, adding barriers is going to help you really pre-qualify leads so that you know they're actually serious about completing a project, because someone that is not actually serious is not going to spend 5 to 10 minutes filling out a form and typing things out about their project, because they haven't really thought about it, right? So they won't know what to actually write. And lastly, speed to lead. So this is a crucial metric. It's something you need to measure for yourself, for your team, if you can, because this tells you how fast after the lead comes in am I getting in touch with them. In reality, if you're waiting more than 10 minutes, you're already losing a lot of business, okay? Because there's actually a study that showed that if you wait more than 5 minutes to get in touch with a lead, your chances of closing them drop by 70%. That's a huge loss, okay? So you need to make sure that you're getting in touch with leads as fast as possible. If you can do it in 5, try to do it in 10, okay, or 15. But try to be quick, okay? Because the faster you get to lead, the faster you're able to close them and go through the whole process, okay? So yeah, just make sure, right? So the way we do this is once you get a lead, or once we get a lead for a client, we get in touch with them as soon as possible. So we have automations in the backend and things that just helps us do this very easily for clients so that they don't have to worry about it. So we give them 5 minutes to go into our booking page, right, which I'll talk about in a bit. And if they don't book within 5 minutes after going to the booking page, they're gonna get a message from us. And that way, they'll check their messages an hour later and they see, oh, they sent me a message, and they click on the link that we send, and then they book, right? So it's a way to kind of catch leads that fell through the cracks, okay? And that is pretty much the post-ad experience, okay? Lastly, we have working the leads, okay? So this part is crucial. Okay, it doesn't matter if the lead books or doesn't book, it doesn't matter. You need to work every single lead. Okay, so I'm gonna break down what that means. So after they become a lead, like I said, the next thing that will happen is going to be they're gonna go to a booking page. So I strongly believe this is a crucial step that every business should have. It doesn't matter if you're charging for estimates. It doesn't matter if you want to pre-qualify harder before you go out to the estimate. You can still do that, but you need to have a way for people to book the estimate right away. Because when someone becomes a lead, they're at the highest emotional point in wanting the project done, okay? Because they're taking action towards something, and you don't want to stop that action, okay? You want them to get as far as possible, right? If you could get them to pay you before you showing up and doing stuff, then awesome, do that. But get them all the way to the end. And once they book the estimate, you call them and you pre-qualify them harder. And if they don't qualify, you say, yeah, sorry, we're not the right fit. I'm gonna have to cancel your estimate, and that's okay. But let them go all the way. Let them go as far as they can down the funnel, so that if they're a great fit, then awesome, they're on your calendar already. Like, there's nothing you need to ask of them. You just need to show up to the home now. Again, so this goes back to calling them even after they book the estimate. So I recommend this to anybody, okay? If someone books an estimate with you, call them up, okay? And what you want to do here is you want to call them up. You want to make sure, number one, that they're really serious about it, so you know that you're not going to waste your time showing up. But the fact that they already completed the survey kind of tells you that that's the case. You also want to give them a rough estimate. You want to ask specific questions about if they have the measurements or materials they want to use or ideas they have, and then you can give them a very rough estimate, and it's going to be between 10 to 50K or 10 to 25K, and see the reaction. Because that way, if they react to 10K and say, oh man, that's so much money, I don't know if I can afford that, then you know, okay, this guy, we're gonna have to do either a lot of work or we can disqualify him right away. So if they say, for example, oh, 10K is a lot, and that's the lowest end of the rough estimate, you can say, okay, cool, what's your budget? And from there, you can start to work out a plan to get them what they need, right? Or what they can actually afford. Because at the end of the day, if someone thinks 10K is a lot for a project, that doesn't mean they can't afford anything. It just means they can't afford to pay 10K, but maybe they can do 7 or 5K, right? So you just need to work the lead and figure out what do they want and what can they actually do and afford, okay? And you go from there. Okay, now following up, if leads don't book and don't respond to our first message, okay, they'll be followed up on between 5 to 7 times within a week, okay? We're very aggressive because we believe the further out the follow-ups are, the less likely they are to get back to us, okay? So you need to be aggressive. If they're not getting back to you, you gotta call them, you gotta follow up, you gotta email them until they say something, either yes, I'm interested in an estimate, or no, I'm no longer interested for whatever reason. But that way, you know that you did everything you could for that lead, and now you're not wasting any time or money on a lead that isn't either interested or that isn't ready for some reason. Okay, but you need to follow up. If you're not following up, you're literally burning money by getting leads from anywhere. Okay, and lastly, tracking results. I keep a very I guess specific sheet, and I review the results and track everything so that I know exactly where leads are coming from, which ads are actually working, which ones are actually bringing in the money. Because if I'm running 4 ads, and sure, we're making money on back end, but I don't know which ad is working, then I may be spending money on ads that are just wasting money, and I can just spend more money on the ad that's actually working. Okay, so it's important to really track your results, because that way you know where the leads are actually coming from, which ad is actually generating money for you, and what the real ROI you're getting from the ads. Okay, because if you don't know your numbers, then again, you're wasting money because you don't know what's happening and you can't scale it up. So you need to really track your results. And actually, I have a sheet that I can share with you if you want. So if you're interested in that, you can just comment below and I'll send you just like a link and you can just get it from there. But yeah, it's super important for you to actually track your results properly. Okay, now I wanted to share some winning ads that I've run in the past that I think can be very helpful for you. So let me just go into that. So this ad actually generated 180K in revenue at the time of this recording. By now, the time you're watching this, could be 200K, 300K, I don't know, or more. But let me show you the structure so that you can apply the idea into your own ads. Okay, so as you can see the photo here, my client mainly wants to do concrete jobs. Okay, that's his focus, that's his company, that's what he does. So we have a photo of a driveway, and of course we tested this across multiple ads. We tried different ideas, and this one was definitely the winner. So we had a photo of a driveway that is still being worked on, but it has like a very nice finish, and the copy is the same structure, literally almost the same structure as this. Okay, so here it says, looking to get some concrete work done for your home, leave it to the pros. Click a quote for a free quote. You can count on us for these services and a lot more. We got you covered for all your needs. Click a quote, get you a free quote, and done. And that's it. Okay, so you don't need to overcomplicate it. Just follow the same structure and you should do fine with the ads. The main reason a lot of people try ads on their own and they don't see results is because they don't have this or this implemented into their system, and they're just missing that or those two pieces of the puzzle that's gonna let them unlock a way to print cash for their business. Okay, that is the other two things you need if you're running ads. Okay, if you're not doing that, I'm sorry, but you're wasting money. And this other ad as well, same thing. You know, looking to get some landscaping work, because this client is more general landscaping. He has turf, pavers, things like that. So, you know, are you looking to get some landscaping work done? Click a quote. Here are things we offer, a lot more. We got you covered. Click a quote, right? So again, it's the same thing. And this ad generated at the time of this recording around 50K in revenue. By now, could be more, right? But yeah, so I hope this video helped. Okay, if you want this tracking sheet, by the way, let me know. And if you want a copy of this thing, let me know as well. I can happily send it over to you. Just either comment below and send me a message on Facebook or something and I'll get it to you. But yeah, if you implement this the right way, if you go through each step and you take your time and you implement them properly and you make sure things are done, then I'm sure and I can guarantee that you're gonna make a lot of money running ads for your business. Okay, now this can be very, you know, time consuming. This can feel like it's a lot of work. So if you don't want to do this, okay, then I have a link below where if you want, you can book a call with us and we'll take care of everything for you. Okay, we're from the ad creation all the way down to the tracking and everything. So you don't have to worry about it. So if you want, you can click that link and I'll have a couple of these on how it all works. If not, it's all good. I mean, it's up to you, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, those are your options. Okay, so have an awesome day. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe below so that you know when I share more valuable videos like this one. Okay, have a good one. Bye.